In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most fascinating and, frankly, super underrated animals out there, the badger. You know, these iconic black and white browers have a reputation for being a little bit grumpy. But let's be honest, they're also surprisingly adorable. And as we're about to find out, these misunderstood animals are absolutely full of surprises, from their complex family lives to their incredible skills as underground architects. So here's what we've got lined up. We'll start by properly meeting the badger, then we'll walk through their life cycle, check out their incredible underground mansions, dive into their social lives, and we'll wrap it all up with some truly mind-blowing facts. Ready? Okay, let's do this. First things first, let's get the basics down. What exactly is a badger, and where on Earth can you actually find them? So, at its core, a badger is a powerful, short-legged mammal. They're true omnivores, which mean they'll pretty much eat anything. But here's where it gets really interesting. They belong to a family of carnivores called the Mustelidae, or mustelids. And just look at this family reunion. I mean, seriously, badgers are related to otters, weasels, the famously tough wolverines, and even your household ferret and their wild cousins, the polecats. That is quite a family tree. And they are a truly global family. With 11 different species out there, you can find badgers almost everywhere. You got the American badger, right here in North America, the Eurasian badger, all across Europe, and even the legendary fearless honey badger, down in Africa and Asia. So, how are they doing? Well, the good news is that, for the most part, badger populations are stable. They're listed as least concern. But, and this is a really big but, they still face some major threats. And the biggest one? Well, it's us. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit and see how an individual badger's life unfolds, from a tiny, helpless cub to a powerful member of its clan. Now, this might really surprise you. There's this huge gap in how long badgers actually live. Out in the wild, life is tough, and the average lifespan is only about 3 years. But get this, they have the potential to live for 15, even 20 years, especially when they're safe in captivity. Okay, their reproductive strategy is one of the coolest things about them. It's called delayed implantation. See, badgers can mate pretty much any time of year, but the fertilized eggs don't start developing right away. Nope, they just pause, literally hanging out inside the mother until winter. Then, the eggs implant, development kicks off, and it's all perfectly timed so the cubs are born in the spring when there's plenty of food around. How amazing is that? And when the time is right, a mother badger, which is called a sow, will give birth to a litter of anywhere from 1 to 5 cubs, though it's usually around 2 or 3. Badgers aren't just animals, they are master architects and engineers. So let's dig in, pun intended, to their incredible homes and see what they're stocking in the pantry. A badger's home is way more than just a burrow. It's called a set. And as you're about to see, this is no simple hole in the ground. And this right here shows you just how complex we're talking. These are basically underground mansions. Sets are these huge, sprawling networks of tunnels and chambers. Get this, one set was found to have over 150 entrances and nearly a kilometer of tunnels. These amazing homes are passed on through generations, with some being over a century old. They even have separate sleeping chambers and did special toilet areas outside to keep things clean. Now, during the winter, badgers don't really hibernate in the classic sense. Instead, they go into a state called torpor. They just dramatically slow everything down, lower their metabolism, and mostly just sleep. It's pretty much the animal kingdom's version of spending all winter binge-watching shows under a pile of blankets. So what are they eating when they're not sleeping? Well, as omnivores, they have a pretty varied diet. Insects, small mammals, fruits, you name it. But they have one absolute all-time favorite meal. And that favorite meal is the humble earthworm. A single badger can slurp down up to 200 of them in just one night. That is a furious appetite. So badgers aren't just solitary diggers. They actually had a really rich social life. Let's take a look at how they live together and who their friends and their enemies are. Yep, most badgers are highly social animals. They live together in groups called a clan, or sometimes a set, and these can have anywhere from 2 to over 20 members, all sharing the same territory and the main family set. And there's definitely a hierarchy. Each clan usually has a boss, a single, dominant adult male, known as a boar. He's the one who typically gets to mate with the breeding females, or a souse. Younger males might try to challenge him for that top spot, or they'll just head off to try and start their own clan. Now, sometimes badgers make friends in very unlikely places. Out in North America, badgers and coyotes have actually been seen hunting together, and it's a perfect partnership. The badger is a master digger, flushing animals like ground squirrels out of their burrows, and the coyote is a master chaser, catching them if they make a run for it. Teamwork really does make the dream work. When it comes to foes, a full grown badger doesn't have a whole lot to worry about. In places like the UK, adult badgers have zero natural predators. In Africa, okay, they might have to look out for lions or leopards. The real danger is when they're young cubs, who can be vulnerable to foxes. But sadly, their biggest threat by far comes from humans and our impact on their world. Alright, to finish up, let's just run through some of the most surprising and brilliant facts that make badgers one of the most interesting animals you'll ever find. Let's wrap up with 5 quick, amazing facts. First, despite being built like little tanks, badgers can run nearly 30 kilometers an hour. Second, as we saw, they're incredibly clean animals. Third, their cousin, the honey badger, is literally listed as the most fearless animal in the world. Fourth, they use a complex system of special scents to talk to each other. And finally, that famous striped face. It's not camouflage. It's a giant warning sign that says, I have a powerful bite, so you should probably back off. Alrighty, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.